Welcome, guys, to our team call for tonight, Monday, October 10th. Tonight, I'm going to be speaking to you guys about getting your coaches started right, which is super important in your business because we know that ultimately retail is awesome. What we really want is to grow a team, because if we're growing a team, that means that we're helping other people see success. And then that in turn increases our success and our income in this business. But before we kick that off, I have a couple of announcements. The first one is make sure that all of you have your Super Saturday tickets for October 29th. Guys, if you're in the tri-state area, our Super Saturday is going to be huge. We have Joel and Jericho coming to work out live with us. That's going to be incredible for the release of core de force in your business. You want to make sure that you have your tickets. You want to make sure that you're there. And it doesn't matter where you are, anywhere you are, check your back office, find the local Super Saturday where in your city, and make sure that you're there and invite friends. Buy more than one ticket because you want people to come with you. And especially your challengers. Look to see who in your challenge group is doing great and would love to go work out and learn more about Beachbody. The second announcement is a super special rank advancement. My girl, Heather Hooker, is in qualification for 2-star. That is a huge milestone in your business because that means that you have helped 2 people become diamond. That means that you're now eligible for the 2-star diamond pool, and that puts Heather in the running to go to our new leader conference in California early next year. So congratulations to Heather and Team Hope. Super proud of you. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty. I'm going to share my screen on getting coaches started right. Now, can you guys all share my see my screen? Okay, perfect. All right. Now, the first thing I want you guys to do is strike while the iron's hot. So you just signed up a coach, and unfortunately, I see too many people that sign up a coach and let that coach go. That's so wrong, guys. Your responsibility is to guide that person and be there for that person. So as soon as the person signs up, you need to be following up with a welcome email, with some kind of material that they can look over and feel like, wow, you know, I'm a part of something. Now the ball is in my court. I have to respond. I have a job to do. Because if you don't start them off like that, they're going to think that this is just some like Costco membership that they could just like throw away in a drawer and never pay attention to again. No, you want someone that's excited, because that moment that they sign up as a coach, they're excited and they're interested in what do I do now. The good news, guys, is that Beachbody is about to launch something super new. You might have heard about it. It's called the First 30. So what's going to happen now is that they're going to get coach welcome stuff from Beachbody themselves. Put in presentation mode. Okay, let me do that. As long as this thing goes away up top. Slideshow. Show. I forgot how to do that right here. Okay. So with the First 30, Beachbody is going to start sending the coach material on our behalf. And that's something really exciting that's going to help us a lot, because a lot of times, even if we put in our best efforts, you know, when people are starting off, there's only so much that they're really open to and receptive to. Because if you remember, you probably felt really overwhelmed when you signed up as a coach. So Beachbody's helping us streamline that process so that the coaches we are signing up don't feel that way. And it also helps us to make sure that we have all of our bases covered with them. Now, Eric Worre, he is the pro at helping us learn the skills that it takes to do network marketing. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. Eric Worre and his book Go Pro is everything. So most of my presentation is going to be based off of Go Pro. And if you're a new coach on this call, or even a seasoned coach, and you haven't read this book, it's time for you to pick it up, get your highlighter out, and really study this. I want you guys to know that nobody is good at this off the bat. Absolutely nobody. And these are all skills that we learn over time. And you're going to get better at starting a new coach off every time that you do it. It's going to become like second nature to you. So Eric Ward calls this his game plan interview. So part one is to validate the decision to become a coach. Again, think back to when you started and you felt super overwhelmed. You want to validate their decision to become a coach. You want to ease their discomfort and anxiety a little bit. So, and you want to say something to them like, from now on, things are going to be different for you and your family, because it's your job to set that vision, set those expectations. Like this says in part two. This is something that I always say to my coaches. I want them to know this because they need to know that it's in their hands. Their success is not in your hands as their sponsor, but in their hands to put in the work that it takes. So I always say, if you succeed in this business, it's going to be you who creates that success, not me. And if you fail in this business, it's going to be you who creates that failure, not me. You are going to be the difference between success or failure. I'm here to guide you every step of the way, but I can't do it for you. I'm here to work with you, but not for you. And this, guys, is also really important for you, because something happens to us when we sign up a challenger and we sign up a coach, which is that we start to think that if they fail, it is on us. Or even if they succeed, it's on us. We're not there when they're challengers to press play for them and make sure that they drink their Shakeology. In the same way, you can guide a coach and walk them through this game plan, but you can't be there to make sure that they're inviting, that they're posting what they need to post on their social media. You know, this needs to be an expectation off the bat. So your relationship is defined between you and the coach that you sign up, and everybody knows what you expect of one another. Another question I love to ask my new coaches is, what does success look like to you? And what do you expect from me as your coach? Because you might expect this person to be like your first 5-star diamond because you see all the potential in the world, but this person might only want $100 extra to pay their phone bill during the month. That's why setting these expectations are so important. Another thing I tell my coaches is, your goals are my goals. Don't put your hopes and expectations on this person for this person on them. That's what you expect from them, not what they want. Make sure you know what they want. Part 3, the getting started checklist. All right. You want to make sure that your new coach has the products. What's great about Beachbody On Demand now is that they have the products right away. They have access to the meal plan and all the other goodies back there. All you have to do is wait for them to actually get their Shakeology. Make sure they have the third-party tools, which we'll talk about. Make sure they're plugging in. Make sure they understand the basics of the compensation plan. Make sure that they have a fundamental understanding of the invitation process. So these are the things that are on you when you sponsor a coach that they need to know. Part 4, create a game plan with the new coach. Help them get their first win. Eric, can you mute yourself, please? Okay. Help them get that first win, because a lot of times they can come in with the expectations that it's going to be easy. And a lot of times they don't really know how to speak to people. They don't know how to post things on social media. So guide them and make sure that you're watching the conversations that they're having with people. Give them input on how to close. Give them their tips so that once they overcome that first barrier of that first person that they sign up, you can only see slide 2. No, I'm on slide 4. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Efrain, do you see part 4, part 5, or do you also see, you don't see it either? Slide 2.
I see it on the sidebar, but I don't see it on the main screen.
That's so weird. Do I have to like stop share and then go back? Now you see it, right? Okay, but I'm worried that it's going to keep happening. Okay, so help them get that first win, because after that, they're going to have more confidence in themselves to keep going. And have confidence is everything, guys, and confidence just comes from experience. So help them get that experience in of putting their feet out there, start talking to people, start inviting people, and once they get that first person to sign up, they're going to be able to take the training wheels off and learn how to do it for themselves. Let's see. Okay, Saris, thank you for pointing that out, girl. Okay, part 5, give them assignments to see success. So this is something that I do, especially where I am now in my business. In the beginning, when I would sign up a coach, I used to check in on them every 2 days. Hey, did you do this? Did you do that? Let me help you do this. You guys are enabling them. And nothing is more painful in your business than to hold on so close. It might be okay to be a helicopter mom. It's not so great to be a helicopter coach, because then you start feeling the pain of a coach not doing what you're telling them to do. And, we tell you guys, work with the willing, work with the willing. Well, if you have a coach that you give them the assignment, like, hey, fill this out. Give me a list of 10 people that you want to invite every day. If they start coming back to you and doing that, then you know that's someone that you want to work with. I only see 4 people on my screen right now because of the way I have it set up, but I'm looking at Imani. Imani's one of my diamond coaches. After Imani signed up as a coach, she was literally hitting me back up like every day the next week. Like, how do I talk to this person? Okay, I did this. What do I do now? You see, Imani is someone that I want to work with. Whereas I have other coaches that I do all of this with them. And then a week later, I'm like, hey, did you do this? No. Okay, cool. I keep it moving. Because, guys, nothing's going to hold your business back more than holding on to coaches that aren't moving for themselves. The only way that you're going to help anyone be successful is if you work with the willing. Because remember, you're not there to do it for anybody. You're there to help guide them to what it is that they want to do. Did the screen change? Perfect. Okay. Now, what is this checklist? I hope you guys all know that this is the Business Quick Start. I email this along with my welcome letter to all of my coaches when they sign up. So I send them the Business Quick Start, which is in your back office under News and Training, under Training, and then under Getting Started. This document is everything. It's your roadmap for success. And that's what I go over on my Getting Started Right call. So I send them the welcome email, which is welcoming them to the team. I ask them some questions about themselves, including their goals, and I send them the Business Quick Start, and then we schedule that first call. Now, going back to Eric Worre, and we have an image here of the Business Quick Start. So what I usually do is that I make this document come to life. I don't just say, okay, well, your coach ID is this, and your sponsor's name is this, and this is this. I want to tell a story with this. So when you sit with your new coach, tell them your story. So when you talk about their sponsor information in the upline, this is success stories of people that have been doing this a little longer than they have, so that you can continue to paint that vision of what their life could look like if they applied everything that you're about to teach them. And this is also really important because of staying connected, guys. It's like your cell phone. It's like everything. Unless you're connected, you're not going to grow. You can't not be on our team call or listen to the National Wake Up Call or go check out what Carl Deichler's doing or on Beachbody's Instagram page and think you're going to be successful in this business. Because whatever the company's promoting, whatever the company's pushing, you want to do it too. You need to keep absorbing that information. So right away, step 2 is to stay connected, and that's for a purpose. And then, of course, the 4 vital behaviors, which aren't in this picture. But I always tell my brand new coaches, listen, I know this looks like a lot of information, but what you really need to worry about every day is the 4 vital behaviors. Invite, 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 which I tell my new coaches to change to build relationships, build relationships, build relationships. Be proof that the product works, do your personal development, and recognize and validate your challengers and your team. That's basically everything that you need to know to be a successful coach. Because again, guys, put yourself in their shoes. They're feeling overwhelmed. So as easily as you can break this down and as simple as you can put it, the better it is for them. And setting up all the tools. So if you guys look under the Getting Started, right? Under Getting Started in the training, I love this because it breaks down everything for them. Do this, know this, learn this. So we have the business quick start there, which you're going to go over in a GSR. You have the 4 vital behaviors, and right there it navigates for your new coach how to navigate the back office with the video, your teambeachbody.com site, your profile, and your websites. It breaks it all down for them. And from then on, you just tell them a basic structure of what Success Club is. Something that I always tell my coaches is Success Club 5 means that you got on the plane. Success Club 10 is that you're getting there first class. And one of my favorite statistics is this, and I tell my new coaches this all the time. Coaches who hit Success Club 10 consistently for 3 years are on track to a 6-figure income. Nothing's going to paint a picture for a new coach as that, if their goal is to build this business and create a 6-figure income for themselves. And then you do a basic introduction to the compensation plan. I don't overcomplicate it. You get 25% off retail. When they hit Emerald, then I'll go into all of that. And also encouraging them to do things like creating their contact list, those first skills that people need to know as coaches. So you're also responsible for giving them a quick script, like, what do you typically do? Have a normal conversation with them. What do you typically do when you're inviting someone? What does that look like? I personally teach my team to flirt. And if any of you have done the Josh Coach training, The Art of Recruiting, which is amazing, he talks about the ADOS formula, which is basically you just go to Instagram or your social media, you find people that you love, and then you flirt with them. Just engage with them back and forth, not inviting them, but just building a relationship. That's what I teach my coaches from the beginning, because the beginning you want to tell them is all about their cold market, family, and friends. And then again, the assignments, the follow-up steps that you want to teach them to do and put in place. Events, you need to tell your coaches to plug into events. Because if you have a coach that signs up now in October and they're not at our Super Saturday, that's going to do a huge disservice for our business. Because imagine you sign someone up and they're excited about the business, and then that's cemented at Super Saturday. You got yourself somebody that's just going to come in and kill it because they've been exposed to everything. Summit, you want to tell them that that's a non-negotiable. That's in my coach welcome email. I give them the dates to Summit, and I tell them it's in New Orleans next year and that they have a chance to get there for free. I tell them about the Success Club trip, and I tell them about when I was able to take my husband to Cancun, all expenses paid. Stories are what's going to get people excited. Just like stories are what sell in this business, stories are what's going to get your coaches excited about their own possibilities. And you want to welcome them into the team right away, make a pretty little announcement, because that's going to get them excited. They're going to feel like, wow, I really came into something, because bringing them into your team culture is a way for them to bond. There's something that I call bringing into the fold, which has to do with the plugging in. When you're a new coach and you come into the team culture and you get to know everybody and the way everybody is and acts with each other, you're more likely to stick around because you're going to fall in love with that bond. And then you start thinking like a coach, posting like a coach, talking like a coach that's working their business. But if you never let your new coach really in on your team environment, on your team calls, your chats with your coaches, they're going to miss out on that. And chances are that they're going to stay disconnected. And you want to bring them in as much as they want to be in. Not force them in if they're giving you excuses, but to the level that they're showing you excitement, you want to bring them in. All right, guys. And this is absolutely one of my favorite parts of Beachbody and getting a coach started right, which is talking to them about the leadership ladder and coach basics. Beachbody is really doing a great job with giving us the tools that we need to help our team grow. Because if you really look at the leadership ladder, it does all of the work for us. I tell my coaches, my new coaches, to go into news and training and spend time on their own. Because if they go back to that Eric Worre quote that I said in the beginning about success being in their own hands, then I tell them, make sure that you go to the back office and you spend time here. Read everything under the coach tab. What is a business starter? I love that Beachbody really breaks down for them. Okay, these are the things you want to be successful. You want to earn money. Do this every day. You want to learn new skills. This is what you need to know. learn how to do this. And then it gives you the benchmarks. Like, so you can measure yourself. Like, how do I know that I'm being effective in this business? Okay, are you bringing in these many people a month? Are you earning this much money? It breaks down all of the milestones for the new coach right there. And you want to put it in their hands to go back and take the time to read this. Now, it also gives them the benchmarks for their next milestone. So I always tell my new coaches, listen, and once you're done with coach, go to the Emerald. See what an Emerald coach is doing and look at what an Emerald coach is learning so that you can also get there too when you're ready. And I don't only tell, my new coaches this, I tell all of my team this. Like, if you're a diamond coach, go check out what star diamond coaches are doing. You want to go back there and learn that material, make sure you know it, make sure that you know what your benchmarks are so you can track your business and know if you're truly being successful or not. And you guys have to add them into a coach basics. Now, I'm not saying it has to be exactly this coach basics right here, but whatever you've done that's working for your team, that you're plugging your coach into some sort of daily support where they can go and learn the skills that it takes, hand in hand with their personal development, hand in hand with your team calls, then you're on the right track. You need to have a coach basics right away available. Take the one there that it was created by Kim Carver, who is a genius. Take it, modify it, do what works for you and your team. Bring in your other coaches to work on it together. But whatever you do, make sure that you're plugging your coach in, because the last thing you want is for someone to say that they weren't successful because of you. At least you know that you have all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted. All right, guys. And support is key. Again, as soon as a person signs up, do the GSR call. My GSR calls are scheduled within 2 to 3 days of them signing up. Like, they happen within 2 to 3 days. They sign up, they get the coach welcome email, and then I ask them when they're available, and I have the GSR. I give them their assignments. I plug them into everything I just described, and then I watch them go from there. Make sure that you have private chats. I know a lot of you do it. They work. If the coach wants to work the business, the chats work. I create video training, guys. Like, you guys better believe that I'm going to take this call and upload it to my YouTube channel. I have videos for everything. I created my own third-party tools. I have even a video that I shared with my team that I break down what a challenge group is, which is a third-party tool for me when I'm inviting somebody. I can just send over. Coaches signed up with you for a reason, and I hope you guys always remember that. Beachbody advertises Beachbody. You advertise yourself. You're not pushing back to Beachbody or other coaches. If there's tools out there that you see that you like, recreate it yourself. If you have a Getting Started Right format that you like and you want to go over, record yourself doing it with the Business Quick Start and have it there yourself. People signed up to work with you and see your face. So you want to increase that visibility for yourself and give yourself that leverage. And one thing that I didn't write down because I wanted just to talk about it with you guys is part of being a leader is having emotional intelligence. Too many people think that leadership is rank, and it's not. Leadership is how much you care about the people that you're bringing in. So it's important to do all of these things when someone signs up because it's important for your business. You want to grow, you want to make money. But it's also important for that person because you're here to serve people. When you start to think about it in this way, that you brought in somebody that really wants to change their life, that really wants to make a difference, and you're blessed enough and honored to have that opportunity to help somebody do that, take that responsibility seriously and really listen to them. We always say, don't think of people as points. They're people, and it's true. Because if you sign somebody up and you just see them through like whatever your goals are, like, yeah, I'd love to be a 10-star in my first business center by the end of the year. But that does not mean that everyone that signs up with me, I'm going to treat them like that. I'm not. I'm here to serve them. I'm here to help them meet their goals. So when, from the forming process, when they first join my challenge group, to the moment that they tell me that they want to be a coach, I listen to what they want. Do you just want to be a discount coach? If you do, then that's fine. I'm not going to get mad at you if you don't come on the team calls or pop into the team page, because you told me from the beginning that that's what you wanted. If the person tells you, I want to earn a 6-figure salary because I'm miserable at my job and I want to put my kids through college, then you help that person do that. Help that person do that. But guys, it's a volunteer business. Your coaches, your team, they don't work for you. You can't fire them. You can't get mad at them if they're not showing up. It's a volunteer business. They can only be driven by their passion, their goals, and their desires. Your job is to just be there to guide. If someone comes to you, guide them along the right path. Someone doesn't come to you, it's not your job to go out there and push them to where you want them to be. That's going to help you have a good relationship with that person. And that's also going to help you divorce yourself from all those bad feelings like, I'm a bad coach, nobody listens to me. It's not that no one's listening to you. It's that you're trying to get people to do what they don't want to do. You have to make sure that you really know their goals. And something that I always tell my coaches is pay more attention to what your coaches are doing rather than what they're saying. So like I said in the beginning, if I have a coach that tells me that they want to work the business and I follow up with them in a week and they haven't done anything, they showed me already what they want. That's why I don't check in again unless they come to me. I'll message them, say hi and whatever, but I don't expect anything more from them if they can't get the first assignment done, because it's their goals, not mine. I know I'm doing what I need to do every day. If they're not, I can't do more for them. You can't do more for them either. So make sure that you give them the support in the beginning. You do all the things that I talked about here today, and you have those clear set expectations. And you can even say to them like, hey, if you come in and I see that you're not doing what you haven't done these assignments, how do you want me to treat you? Say that from the beginning, because I've done it to my coaches. So it's not a surprise to them when I don't check in on them again. Because it's not that I'm a bad person. It's that I'm here to work with the willing. They deserve my time. Actions speak louder than words. And on that note, let's see if we got the chats. Okay. Thank you so much for the reminder of the power of our emotional intelligence and focusing on the honor it is to help another person change his or her life. It's easy to lose sight when we hear about numbers and stats so much. How do you keep track of each of your coach's desires, spreadsheets, notebooks per coach, etc.? Yes, Anya, a great point. So I have a notebook. I have a notebook with my coaches, with their names. I have a page for them, because something that I started to do was mentorship calls with coaches that want to work the business. And I have a lot of personally sponsored coaches, but it's honestly, guys, it's a handful really that want to move the business forward and show me the actions that I'm looking for in someone to work with. So I do mentorship calls with these coaches every 2 weeks, and I have a page on them where I write down what they want and what their goals are. And honestly, like, you're going to see, it's not really going to be a lot of people. Like Danny Johnson says, it's those 2%ers that go above and beyond. So make sure that you know who you're working with. That's the most important thing I'll tell you. Make sure you know who deserves your time, because we're all busy. Like right now, after this, I have to go see my parents because they're leaving tomorrow. And my husband's still waiting for me to watch TV. I just got off another team call. So who I give my time to is really valuable. So make sure that it's someone that's going to run when you say run. Like, again, Imani is the one on my page. So I know Imani, like last week we had our call on Wednesday. I told her, Imani, you should do a post like this. Within 5 minutes after our call, I saw that post up. So that's why someone like Imani will get my time no matter what. Guys, feel free to unmute yourselves if you have any questions. Rosie, can I have a list of what to do with brand new coaches? Yes. Rosie, like I said, in the back office, under, let's see, right here, getting started. This is your checklist. There's really nothing more than this. This is what they need to do to get started. This is what they should become familiar with. Do this, know this, learn this. And then for the coach tab, do this, know this, learn this, and these are your benchmarks. It's really that simple. And that's why this business is so difficult, seems so difficult, because sometimes we think like there has to be more than that. There just has to be more than that, but there's not. There's not. Like, so I've been a coach for 4 years now, and I think to myself, all it really is mastering the 4 vital behaviors. You master them, and with everything you learn in this business, you learn how to master it even more. Those are successful coaches. You master the 4 vital behaviors, and you're going to get this business. So just be really good at this. Really, really good at this. It's kind of like when you were learning to drive a car, that you were just so aware of every turn and everywhere that you put your hands, and signaling here and being in the right lane and in the right position to make a turn. But now you guys are driving home and you don't even remember like paying attention to the whole drive home. That's what it's like. Let's see. Anya, I put everybody on the same page because Anya's asking, do I have a separate page? You never know what's going to happen. Beachbody has a statistic that says that the majority of successful coaches that are rank advancing and growing income are coaches that started as discount coaches. So you never know what's going to change in somebody's life. So I put everyone in there, discount coach or not discount coach. By the way, I do getting started right calls with discount coaches as also, because I say to them, like, listen, this opportunity changed my life. And I want to make sure that I told you about it so that you never say that you didn't know what your possibilities were with this business. So I treat everyone the same off the bat. They get a welcome email from me, even if they tell me that they just want the discount on Shakeology. After that, I leave the ball in their court. Any other questions, guys? Do you have a standard questionnaire to get results, success stories from your customers' coaches so you can collect results? No, I should. I could tell you're an emerald. I'm a ruby and I'm always winging stuff. I don't, but that's a good thing I should be doing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. You know what? You and Rosie, because Rosie's an emerald, should get together and create that for us so that we have a template like that.
I have a question.
Hi, Angela.
Hi. What do you do with, I have someone that just signed up on Saturday and
Congrats.
Thank you. She's interested in, knowing the business and getting familiar with everything. But she doesn't have a laptop or a computer. She's just working from her phone, which I didn't make that such a big deal. Like I said, we'll get to it. We'll figure something out. But she wants to meet up every Saturday morning for me to, I guess, help her out and see how she can do it through her phone until she decides to get a laptop. So is that a big deal or not?
Can I be honest with you?
Sure, of course. Hello.
I only really get on my laptop for team calls.
Okay.
I work the majority of my business from my phone.
That's what I said. I'm happy you said that because with confidence, we were in my car. We had breakfast together. It was actually the first time I sat with someone that was so interested in wanting to know what I was doing, which I haven't had that at all. Majority of my coaches are all 20 for the discount.
Well, I've seen a change in you lately, and I've seen a lot more business posts, so congratulations. And that vibe that you're putting out, because I can tell you're being more consistent with your workouts and your nutrition. Yes. Just from that. So again, mastering the 4 vital behaviors, it's showing in your social media, so then you're getting more people that are interested in that kind of discipline.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I told her. When we sat in the car, I said, we do everything from our phone. I said, you could be in Dubai and you could work from your phone. Mm-hmm. So she found that so interesting.
Wi-Fi in a dream.
Yeah. So that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And congrats.
Thank you.
Any other questions, guys? I'm excited we're getting Rosie and Anya in a project here. I think most of you are emeralds. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and feel free to inbox me if you have any questions. Bye.